Hi everyone, my ladies, my millionaire muses in the making. Um, I'm so excited to have you guys here. I want to bring out Hannah because we haven't all met before officially. So, Aline, Hannah is in Harbin Hot Springs area,
Cool.
and Aline is in Ashland. You
Nice.
guys are kind of close to each other, actually.
Semi. Yeah.
Where's Harbin Hot Springs again? I know it's
It's
nearby. Isn't it Northern California or something?
yeah. Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, we'll have to have a millionaire muse retreat there,
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
or somewhere maybe more spectacular.
Yeah.
So, so this is our Vision Wednesday call, and I was just sharing with Aline that as we grow, I think what I want to do is actually we're not going to publicly broadcast our Monday and Wednesday call. I'll do them privately. I won't invite the public, and that way, as you
hmm
gather your muses, once they have committed to connecting in with us with just like a basic membership, which we know is the blog, then they can come into these calls because that way we know that they're already committed, you know, they're already in, and we can use the other assets of our tribe to before they know if they want to come in to connect in that way, like the Monday night call, or most of our tribe hangouts are open, and that way we have a really sacred ground so we can discuss like in detail anything and not worry about public uh, ears. So is that cool? Yeah. Okay. So I just want to check in with you guys, just kind of like on your vision and where you're at, and maybe Hannah, do you want to, whoever wants to go first, um, and just let me know, just tell us like where you're at in your process, like, and what has like come up for you around your vision, like any amount. It doesn't have to be in detail today. We're gonna work on getting super detailed. Are you guys frozen?
I'm here.
Hannah, are you frozen? I was like, she is not liking the question. Okay, Aline, why don't you go?
Okay. Okay, let's see. Um, let's see, where am I at? So I got that, I think it was Monday we were talking about, you showed us that book, The Strangest Secret by Earl Nightingale. And so I got that. So I just made a little card with my goal, my one major goal on it. And so I've got that I'm going to carry around with me.
Okay.
So
You want to share what that goal is?
yeah. So here's my little card. I'll even show you. It's like a little, and here's the back of it. I put a little smiley face stickers on it because in the book he says to when you look over it to like have like, what did he say,
Happy?
like calm cheerfulness or something like that, like cheerfulness but like positive but calm. I
Mm-hmm.
can't remember exactly, but anyway, so that was like, you can't look at those stickers, they're all glittery smiley faces and not be like kind of cheerful. So I don't know if you can read what my goal is.
I'm earning more than 6,000 per month. Awesome. I love it.
That's
I'm
kind of
gonna
my
have to
one
make mine
goal.
more fun.
What's that?
I'm gonna have to make mine more fun. I have to get out the markers and the stickers.
Yeah. Well, that's all I did. I just put a couple stickers, but so that's kind of like my one key. I feel like that's kind of a key goal for me. Like once I get to that point, I feel like the sky will be the limit,
Mm-hmm.
and I don't know. I don't know. For some reason, I just feel like if I can get there, I can go anywhere.
So I'm gonna ask you some of the questions that are in the inner circle.
Yeah.
So when you get that, what is it going to give you that you don't already have when you reach that goal?
So what it's going to get me is basically, I mean, it's not a totally arbitrary number. I basically wrote out, let's see, I wrote out kind of what it would take for me to feel kind of financially free and being able, like, having enough money to be paying on stuff that I owe and to be paying, you know, I'm actually living with somebody now, but we're kind of, you know, paying bills together and stuff, but I actually did that number based on what if I was paying all of our rent, you know what I mean? So I actually kind of included that. I also included some courses and training that I want to take. So how much per month do I want to spend on like courses and training, which I just can't get enough of. It's ridiculous, but it's my addiction. That's just me. So I basically like included like pretty much everything that I feel like I want at this point in a month, you know, and came up with a number that would really just make me feel free to just, and I guess what it is, it's like freedom to follow my inspiration, you know what I mean, on a daily basis. Like whatever it is that day that I feel inspired to do, like how much resources and time would I need to feel like I can just follow whatever inspiration comes to me, like on a daily basis. And that's what it would get me that I don't have now, is just the time, freedom, resources to just go with my inspiration every day, whatever is inspiring me.
I love it. And so I'm going to ask you to take it just deeper and see what comes up. But when you have that feeling in your body of this inspiration like on a daily basis, then what's that going to get you that you don't have now? That's a deeper.
That takes a second to think about it. And what I'm thinking of right now is like when I've had a taste of this feeling before, and I think like I felt this way kind of earlier this year. I'm just kind of verbalizing my process right now, so this might not make sense, but I'm just kind of like talking, kind of processing out loud so I can think this through. So earlier this year, and we were planning our 5-week vacation, and it also, you know, at the beginning of the year, there's always that inspiration to get into good shape, and I had just gotten a juicer and a super badass crazy blender for Christmas, so I was like juicing and making smoothies, and I was working out with a personal trainer, and we had kind of like hit another level of abundance in our life, so I had the taste of that freedom of like, we're planning our trip, I'm working out with a personal trainer, and like just feeling like I can follow some inspiration. I was going to Samba classes every week, and like it just is like a feeling of high energy and just like, yeah, just I felt like so on fire like every day. Leading up to the vacation, you know, and then you go on vacation and it was kind of like, huh, and then relax, and then you come back and it's like, okay, now it's time to kind of buckle down and get to work and budget our money and all that. So it kind of contracted back into everyday living. So I guess what I'm saying, so that feeling of just like high energy, high impact, like action, I guess that's what I feel like it would get me, you know?
Yeah.
Does that feel like it crystallized clearly?
Yeah, you know what that did, and I'm going to catch you up, Hannah. Aline, I asked her what her about what her visions are, and she has one particular goal. This is like piggybacking off of Monday, to write that goal down, and on the back, it's something that we got from The Secret, The Strangest Secret, Pearl Nightingale audiobook. So she wrote down about her income goal per month, and I asked her, and this is part of what you're going to get once, there it is, so cute. And she made it happy, because the energy is to like, when you think about it, it gives you a calm feeling of, you know, success and clarity. I have it written down too. what you're going to see, and I'm just taking her through this process of what you're going to see in the inner circle audio once you get to that, is to like take your goal or your outcome that you desire and take it deeper. And this is the same thing when you're working with people who you're bringing on potentially. That when people say, well, this is what I want, $6,000 a month. And that doesn't really mean anything. Once you say, what is that going to get you that you don't have now? Because that's just a number. So what she said was basically more that she was going to get a daily inspiration from having that, because then she can create.
The ability to follow whatever inspiration hits me on a daily basis.
Yeah, there you go.
So I feel inspired every day, but I don't feel like free to follow my inspiration every day.
Mm-hmm. I can relate, definitely.
And then what's really cool is I asked her that if she had that, when she has that daily inspiration, or how did you say it? The opportunity to follow her inspiration as she wants on a daily basis.
Mm-hmm.
And she just shared in a way that brought out a lot more of the senses. Like she went back to a time when she really felt she had that, like being on fire, and these classes she was taking and really taking care of her fitness. She had a little bit more wiggle room financially. And the way that she described it, the way you described it, Aline, it was like, I felt like I was in that fire with you. I could feel like what that meant. So it wasn't just like, I want to follow my inspiration more on a daily basis. It's like, it had like it was doughy, I can feel it and stretch it and all that. So that's really awesome. Thank you for going there. Welcome back, Hannah.
Thanks. I got bumped off for a minute.
I know, you froze. You froze, and you were looked like you were not happy with my request.
What? I didn't even hear. What was your request?
Just for either one of you to share what vision is showing up for you.
Oh. Yeah, that's probably not like my most fun thing to talk about, but it only because I get nervous when I'm put on the spot.
Well, this isn't about being put on the spot. So if you've got some sort of a vision that has you even being here, it can be anything.
When I was watching the 8 Core Commitments, I like those like small visualizations that he kind of like leads you through,
mm-hmm.
and I did all that, and what came out of that really helped me to get more clear. And so yeah, I had a goal of having a certain amount of money that I'm making that give me more freedom. That was the thing that I came to, and freedom gives me the time, space to expand personally and to do the things that I want to do, which is pretty much what you guys are talking about exactly. And then what that gives me is more strength within myself and my heart, and that gives me, I don't know if this will make sense, but having the freedom to have the time and space to do all the things that I want to do, and then that gives me heart strength, and then the heart strength gives me sort of a calm understanding of why I'm here, and just helps me feel more at ease being here. And so it kind of all trickled down to that. So that was kind of interesting to go through that. But basically the first thing for my goal, my vision, is just to have more space to do the things that I really want to do. So.
What would those be? Do you have an idea?
Well, there are a couple things that I really love doing. I love doing art, and I love traveling, and I love helping people. I love making food. I would love to do that. And,
what was that last name?
The kind of food. I love making food.
Food. Got it.
Yes, food. Yeah. And I like making a lot of raw foods and stuff, and I don't have like the most amazing equipment to make that stuff, and it's really hard for me. But I mean, I'm sure that I could make it work. And I don't know, I just want to really I just really want to feel more of myself and what I'm capable of. I think that's what this is really helping me do and see is that I'm capable of a lot more than I think I am, or I have thought that I am.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Yeah. I got that. So what I want this this to be is that those visions that we have, that goal and outcome, however many that they are, that we just continue to like excavate them. Because as I'm going through the products, you guys, because I didn't go through them all at once, and what some of the, like for like 15K formula, for example, he's like, do 1 week per week. So I'm not an expert at them, and I can't say I'm a product of them fully yet, but I'm referring to them specifically because that's the only reason why I'm having these calls, is because I'm I'm putting into action what I'm being taught, and that we have the opportunity to take these goals like super deep. And I shared on Monday how I have papers, and like Alina's the same way, and I write stuff everywhere all the time. And I know that once you write stuff down, it's like it deepens it, but it's not enough. It's just, it becomes overwhelming then, because I have notes everywhere. So what I did today, I kind of took a break from the computer as far as like work. And I just created a document, and I put in, and I listed like all the notes I'm finding, because I'm replicating now. Like I did the 15K formula week, like lesson 1, and then I did it like again, or I have it written in so many different places. So I just put it down there, and I learned even deeper steps. So like we're given the opportunity to go deep in the 8 core commitments. And then when you get to the inner circle audios, then they just added on a whole new level of depth in that product, like, which wasn't there before. And then you go to like the 15K, and there's another level of depth. And then on top of that, he's been doing these all-in like private calls where it's like even more in depth about your vision and your outcomes basically, and how to make them so much like visceral that you're including all the 5 senses. So I'm not in a place where I can actually like run you guys through it like he's doing, but I just feel like so strongly that as I add those elements of the 5 senses into mine and I share them with you guys, what I want to do real quickly, because I was going to try to just make this a 30-minute hangout, but if you guys have the patience and the interest, I'm going to share with you what I wrote down today, what I put in my notes, and then because I have like no fear around putting these out there, because if I don't, the alternative, which we all know is like the life that we've already known and isn't where we want to be, right? Mm-hmm. So as I deepen this and I share it with you guys again next week, it'll be a really cool process for, I think, all of us to see how much more layers of like feeling and reality that come into them. So one of my outcomes is this bungalow on the beach in the Caribbean, which I think I shared with you guys. And the date that this, I'm going to try to speak as though it's already occurred. So this is November 1st, 2014, and that's the day that I move into this bungalow on the beach in the Caribbean. And the symbol that I'm creating of that occurrence is an image of me actually in the bungalow on the beach, and I'm going to take an image from probably Google or somewhere that I have in my computer and Photoshop my picture on top of it and put it on my outcome board. And how I got to this outcome was I got tight and clear with my target audience. I spoke my vision clearly, and I focused on attracting my perfect muses. I created videos on point with purpose on a daily basis. I wrote my story, which is killer, and it went viral. I produced, I sponsored in 2 very cool and competent members a day from the 20 to 30 great leads that I started to draw in on a daily basis. I created a very powerful ebook and workbook with both generated enormous leads in the thousands. And all 10 of my inner circle, my 10 all-in inner circle muses that I found are solid, dedicated, and committed to getting to Orlando and bringing their 10. And then a sub-outcome of that last point, which I have to go into deeper, was that I have 100 muses at the Orlando event, and the date is October 26, 2014. And the symbol that I'm going to use to utilize this is I have a framed photograph of all my muses on stage with me in Orlando. And I created this outcome because I launched a challenge to my muses, and they went for it to find their perfect people, and their perfect people showed up. I developed my intention to build a legacy, to be an impact to others, and to be a contribution in a profound way by simply being myself and being an example. I'm surrounded by my 10 millionaire muses in the making, and we took a grace and ease of presence at the Orlando event, causing a stir with our Millionaire Muse t-shirts. And my 10 muses each brought their 10 muses, and we were 100 strong and unmessable. Men or women, I'm not really that concerned. My second outcome is, and these are a little bit more grandiose, so maybe I'll just stick to the one for now, unless you guys really want to hear the other ones. But so that's where I'm going with that. So the idea is to memorize it and know exactly the steps that I had taken in order to get to that place that already has occurred. So that the goal and the outcome is not perpetually in some distant time. So there you go. So I need to add, my intention is to add to it the 5 senses and go back deeper into it, so that there's like smells or things I touch, feel, so that as I'm reading it to, the idea is that you can read it to a child and they'll understand exactly what your outcome is, So
That's cool.
So,
Thanks for sharing.
Does that work?
What's that?
I said you're smiling. Did you like that?
Yes, I love that.
Yeah, that was great. Thank you so much.
I love future tripping.
What?
But I love future tripping.
But we're actually in the moment looking back at how we got there.
Yeah.
So, creating that that clear outcome statement, that kind of stuff comes deeper in, later into the work. But, my intention really is that we're able to discover if this is what you guys want, for a way for you guys to get all in and be in Orlando, and find the even one woman. My intention is 10 for each 10, but to find that one woman that you're a stand for, and that she has her vision, that she can speak powerfully to you. So how does that land? Like, doesn't have to land anywhere. That's my vision.
It's very inspiring.
Oh, awesome. Okay, well, that's all I can ask. So, do you guys have anything else you want to download? And we will make this like light and airy. Otherwise, I can read something else to you. This is something else I wrote. I'll just read this, and then if you guys think of anything, you can pipe in. Did you guys ever read the book Women Who Run with the Wolves?
Oh, I haven't read it, but I've read other stuff by her.
Okay. I read it over the winter, and it was profound for me. But there's a particular story in there. It's full of stories, and there's a particular story about this young girl who grows up by herself in the woods, and she's got these ratty-tatty like red fabric that she wraps around her feet for shoes because she has nothing. And then some woman comes along and sort of like takes her under her wing, puts her in her house, and she's like off, out of the woods and everything. And then she gets this obsession over these red shoes in the store, and they're like symbolic of basically becoming obsessed with something outside of yourself that's not really who your inner creative place is. And so for me, that's like not losing my my real reason why I'm here, and like the real purpose that I have, so that I'm not distracted by all the energies of all the other people, because I think that we're all hypersensitive, and that's why we're gathering here together. So I just wrote to myself the other day, don't become the girl obsessed into a frenzy with her fancy red shoes and forgot about her free spirit roots in her rags of shoes, meaning don't let yourself be misled down a false path of somebody else's filters and fears that contain and tether you rather than set you free to create the true vision you have for your life. You must have clear vision, though, or you will be lost in a haze and a maze of anyone else who catches your free spirit for their own keeping. Is permission to start over and live life on your terms is why I'm here in this very moment. Anyway, period. So that's all I have to say.
It's beautiful.
All right. Anything I can do for you before we part ways in the visual realm? Hannah, you good? This is our first like real live check-in, so.
I'm good, yeah. I'm just, yeah. I'll be checking in with you more.
Okay. We can have offline conversations too, so just let me know if something pops up and you guys need me. I'd rather you know that I'm here. It makes me feel, useful.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay. All right, I love you guys. I know that we have this private tribe call at 4 our time, really. So I want to give you guys some time to do what you need to do if you can be on it. It sounds like it's going to be big stuff. Right? And then we're going to get you a purple background, Aline, so you can match.
What's that?
The royalty of Hannah and myself.
I know. I noticed you guys had matching backgrounds. Are you in the same room?
The back of my fabulous, for now, bedroom wall.
Nice.
My bedroom isn't that fancy. This is a cafe.
I feel like I want something different besides just my closet. So maybe like my window.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Let's see some person.
I have to move my desk.
Schmancy. Okay, you guys. So I left Aline with an assignment from Monday. She's gonna make. She's gonna do a blog every single day, no matter what.
Who?
Aline.
Oh God, yeah, I'm trying.
The idea is just to put it out there and create, because it's the consistency, and what I've been taught and told is that if blog every single day for the next 90 days and don't expect any particular like result as far as like, the idea is to bring eyeballs onto what you're doing. And if you're only blogging, then it'll take 90 days before you can anticipate like results from that. But in the meantime, just to be consistent in that one area. And it doesn't matter what it is. So
yeah,
it can
I'm getting caught up in the technical. Like, I keep wanting to have it perfectly SEO'd, and like, so I keep getting caught up in all the technical details of the blog, and like the little signature section at the bottom of the page, and the researching keywords, and then I'm like,
yeah, don't do that, because that's just gonna stop you. So,
I know, that's what's happening.
Yeah. And then I want to, we can talk about this on Monday more in alignment with manifesting, about how to get to the next level.
Yes.
Because it's awesome.
I can't wait.
And a lot of that stuff that I'm learning now, even though I've had the products for a month, I got a little bit detailed in like my own design, because I love the creative stuff. And I really wanted to feel like I liked my home base. I like going there. I like going to my blog. I like my YouTube channel, and all that kind of stuff. But it's all like the calmness is back inside the product. So I'll just say that. Okay.
So I did want to ask you about the YouTube channel. I have the media hosting on the Empower Network. Is that like you? But it looks like you post your videos through YouTube. Is that kind of a different thing, a separate thing, or did I not need the media hosting? And
no, honestly, I don't have the media hosting, and nobody was telling me that it was something I needed to get. So actually, when you got that, it got passed up to like Justin.
Oh.
So I asked somebody about whether I should get it, and I didn't have, that wasn't. There's certain things in there extra that I do want to get, but I don't know. What I was taught when I first started with Rhonda was to post the videos on YouTube, because that's like the top search engine outside of Google. And then when you post on Facebook, she'll talk about this in the marketing wheel.
Mm-hmm.
When you make the video, you first upload it to YouTube, then you download it to your computer, and when you go to Facebook to syndicate it, you take it from your computer to Facebook because you don't want people leaving your Facebook page, I guess, to go to YouTube.
Okay.
You want to create this like where they get lost inside of your world.
Mhm.
And then in your Facebook page, they can you know, you can write your post from your blog and say, you know, you continue watching or listening to this over at my. There's a way to connect them back to your blog. And then on YouTube, it syndicates to Twitter automatically if you have it set that way. I do. I don't know if it's good or not. And then you email it to your list. So I was also told that even if you have a list of 1, to still start doing your emails of your blog it out to your email, and so you're in that habit.
Okay. So how do you get it from your YouTube then onto your blog? There's a little button in your blog. It's the farthest button to the I guess over here to the right for you, and it'll say media. So on your blog, on the top of your blog, you just want to click on the very first one on the left that just sets up your blog. And then inside of your blog, there's a small icon that says media. Okay.
It's really, really tiny, but it's like the last one on the right. And when you click on that, it'll open up a new window, and you'll click embed URL or URL embedded, whatever, and then click on video, and then you're going to take the URL from inside your YouTube post, not the link on top, but inside when you click the share button in the video. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
There's a URL inside in the share button inside of your YouTube video itself. You take that and you copy and paste it in, and then it'll show up inside your blog wherever you had your cursor last.
Okay. So that's the media hosting in Empower Network's almost unnecessary then?
I just don't know what it does exactly. So
well, it allowed me to upload videos. So that's what I thought I had to do, because it allows me to upload videos into Empower Network blog without going through YouTube at all.
Okay.
I don't know.
Well, you can still put your videos on YouTube from your computer. But that's something we can ask. You know, that's a good question to ask the Facebook tribe. Go to the Facebook team and say, hey, I got this. You know, does anyone else use it? And you know, what's the difference? Because then somebody else can give you a better explanation than me.
Okay. Cool. Well, I'll play with that YouTube channel thing.
Yeah. Because that's where you're going to get good SEO, and you're going to start to learn from the tribe about keywords and stuff like that. But I think just starting to put content up consistently is great to start getting that real estate.
Yeah. Cool.
Okay. Okay, Hannah, you good? I know you wanted to get. We can talk offline about where you're at and stuff. She frozen? She's like a fairy doll. All right, I'm going to wrap this up, and then Hannah, you and I can chat offline, because I know you had some goals you wanted to reach, and she's gone. Okay, sweetie.
All right, thanks, Mirabella. Talk to you soon.
Bye.
Bye.